I see dead people.
Either the love it, the underdogs on top. And I'm gon' shine, homie, until my heart stop.
Go ahead, envy me. I'm Raps MVP, and I ain't going nowhere, so you keep
The underdogs on top. The underdogs on top.
Go ahead, envy me.
The underdogs on top.
And I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me.
Rockin' like the
Rockin' like a 6 on top. Whole club rockin' like a 6.
rockin' like the
Rockin' like a 6 on top. Whole club rockin' like a 6. Rockin' like a 6 on top.
The underdogs on top.
rockin' like the
Rockin' like a 6 on top. This nigga did it again. Let me put you on the game.
Hello, pretzels, and welcome back to the Tripod, the perfect podcast to listen to while you eat mashed potatoes with your bum. No diggity, no doubt. What a hell of a week in wrestling. Wow, like I told Sticks before we started recording, if there was ever an emergency tripod I would have loved to have had, it was after this past week's NXT. Let's get right into that.
Whoa. I mean, that was the littest show on the planet. We gonna start with that?
Yes. All teeth in the ring.
You
Brings
gay.
out Sexy Red. Book skeets all over Vic. Sexy Red will host Battleground. She unveils the Women's North American Championship. It looks pretty cool. Tatum Paxley crawls in the ring, trying to snatch the title. Flattened Michin for the save. Tatum versus Michin. It's a North American Championship qualifier match. Jada comes out to observe. Jada joins commentary, refuses to shake Vic's hand. Book calls him a rat. Tatum is bringing it, even pulled off a move I've never seen before. A modified fireman's carry, some shit. Michin and Tatum have a weird off. Head-to-head, it was lesborific. But Michin wins with the eat, defeat. Michin heads to Vegas. What a hell of a way to kick off a show, and we did not know the half of it, Cesar, going into this episode of NXT. Book was on his game tonight for old Sexy Red. What did you think, Cesar? The first segment of NXT.
Oh yeah, this shit was cooking straight from the jump. Yeah, Sexy Red came out there thotting. When she was super thotting in the ring, the cameras had to pan away because that is you just can't be having that, man. With kids watching it, even though there was kids in the arena, they were seeing that ass shake. I will say this once and I will say it again. Any woman with a face tattoo is ugly. Yeah, I know I ain't no 10, but having chocolate ice cream on your face is a tattoo. Come on, bitch. Come on.
Well, we already know she's not great at making decisions long term.
Yeah, we already know that. Yeah, sex tape already leaked on her own Twitter.
Tattoo is further proof.
Yeah, and the sex tape Twitter leak. I mean, but everybody on Twitter got sex tape. I'm sure Stick's gonna drop one in like 3 months now. I mean, he gonna be like, "Oops,"
especially after this past week.
Yeah. Don't act like you won't bricked up after the main event. You probably took a run at your old lady. She probably caught that whole. She caught a stick that night. Yeah, that old. Hey, that old dog caught a stick. not to say she's old, you know what I'm saying, but you know what I mean. I'm just reference. Anyway, yeah, she was good. All teeth came out. Tatum Paxley creepily looking up the ring. Yeah, Book done took a blue chew, apparently, because he was like Pat McAfee yeeting all over himself all night. Anytime Sexy Red came out, crowd was with it, yelling, "Get it sexy," of course. I guess that's her best track. I don't listen to this bitch music. It's trash. I mean, yeah, okay. Come for me. Come for me in the comments. I don't care. Anyway, yeah, Michin and Tatum Paxley. See Tatum Paxley finally getting her reps, man. She's doing something in the ring. We all know Michin can wrestle. She just need something to do. You know what I'm saying? So she got something to do. Pretty good match. Yeah, Tatum Paxley with some crazy shit I ain't seen before. I ain't seen that shit either she hit. But yeah, eat defeat. The dub, all teeth, Sexy Red, Booker T skeeting, Miss Jenton, Miss Parker. Bringing that fine ass to the ring. Yeah. Vic is a so far rat up in everybody. I don't know how being up in everybody's business make you a rat. Because he ain't snitching. But hey, I digress. Fucking, it's Book. You know what I'm saying? It's what Book won't do. So I digress. But overall, good match, good opening show. I was entertained. I was sports entertained, and we even saw some twerking from a big booty hoe. Hey,
Yeah. Book was for sure booking this past Tuesday, but Sticks, this was just the beginning of what was gonna be a hell of a fucking night. What'd you think? We got the unveiling of the new North American Championship as well. It's white with the red middle plate. What'd you think of the whole shebang?
Yeah, it was a nice little opening segment we had. The fine Miss Red we were told that she was going to be hosting Battleground. I agree with Cesar. I mean, any chick that you get with face tattoo, I mean, it brings down the level. I mean, you could put it on. You could have like Jennifer Aniston or anything like that face tattoo. It's going to start taking you down some notches. So I agree with Cesar on that. North American Championship looks better than what the men's does. So I mean that's a step in the right direction. Then Tatum Paxley, like you said, she's getting more reps. Good for her. Good for her. There's an intrigueness with her, which she is. She does that. She plays her character well. We got Michin, which Michin's a good wrestler. We've seen her from the Mia Yim, the HBIC, to now being a part of the OC. We don't get very much of her. We get a match maybe once a month, maybe. Other than that, we get some segments of her backstage. Which, by the way, this last Friday, she was looking real good in that backstage segment when she stepped to the Queen ring. Yeah. I didn't pay no attention to Nia Jax. I saw Michin and I was like, dude.
Nia Jax was in that segment. You sure? I was no better than a man because I was staring. Don't ask me the color of shit except titty meat.
For sure, the mattress got flattened later on.
Keith flattened that mattress. Salute to him.
But we get Michin in the ring. We've known that she can go in the ring, but a lot of people forget because she don't have matches very much on TV, but she can go. She's a good wrestler. And this was a nice little reminder and refresher. I was glad to see her win and advance in that North American Championship match because I think she's going to do good. I think she's going to have a few good spots in there, and she's another big name to legitimize the North American Championship to have in that hunt. So I was happy with both segments. In NXT, we lit the fuse to the nice little show that we had going forward for Tuesday night.
I have a slight gripe. The women's secondary title. I think the first time I heard Alti say we're gonna have a women's North American Championship, I was like, oh, that's cool. They're gonna have to finally the secondary women's title. This is history making. And as the months passed by, I was thinking, why can't they have their own thing? Does it have to be a shadow of the men's? Why can't it be like the women's TV championship? Why can't it be something completely different? I would have liked that, something brand new, especially because I heard rumors they're gonna have a women's intercontinental champion now and a women's US champion. It's like, we can do better than that, can't we? I mean, we can think of something else. That's just my gripe. That's my fat 2 cents, but I'm just saying.
I mean, they've already started this trend with the women's titles in the main roster. Like, why it seems to work. Like the women's heavyweight title or whatever it is, and the men's heavyweight title. Like Priest and Liv, their titles look the same. They're just with the white strap. And the same on SmackDown with Bayley and Cody. It's literally the same title. It
could be a lot worse. You could have going forward the women's Netflix championship title, the women's USA championship, the women's CW champion. I mean,
that's true.
You could have that, guys. So let's. I mean, I understand what your gripe is, Mangria, but we could go down that road.
Wait, you don't want the women's Peacock title?
Jesus Christ! I mean, yeah. Why change the name? Because those are the titles people know. Those are the titles you have. They got rid of the European title. They got rid of the TV title. They got rid of all those other shits.
I'm thinking so we can remove that extra step. the women's North American Championship instead of having that extra step. The TV championship. Oh, that's the women's title. Instead of having it the women's North American championship. I'm just saying this is just my from my brain. I would have like them, but yeah, Sticks, you're 100% correct. It could
Yeah.
be so much worse.
Yeah, there's when
You
there's
get
always
Tony
worse
speed it
options.
up. Tony
Yeah.
speed it up. That'd be bad.
Yeah. When there's always worse options, go with what's safe.
All right. All right. Okay, you convinced me. All right, you convinced me. Up next, it's the Gallus boys. Metaphor approach minus Noam. They accuse Gallus of attacking Noam. Gallus deny. Ariana Grace approaches a shadow boxing Lola, asking if she really wants to go through with this fight. Tries to warn Lola of how dangerous Shayna is. Lola says she's dangerous too. We're gonna find out in the ring, bitch. Riley with Chase U versus Ridge Holland. I was about to grab the remote, but I love Chase U, so I had to stick around. I had to. Riley with the unique intro. Book still hating on Andre any chance he gets. Ridge dominates most of the match, tells Andre he doesn't want to do this. Book is all over him on commentary. Ridge does come back. Ridge attempts to grab the stairs. Thea stops him. Ridge wins. No handshake. Riley just says, fuck you, basically. Sticks. We had a Gallus metaphor little segment. We had Ariana and Lola segment, and then Riley versus Ridge. What'd you think?
Gallus and Metaphor. I mean, Gallus boys, they came back on the scene. They came back on the scene hot. So, I mean, of course, they're going to be thought that they were the ones that attacked Noam. And maybe they were, maybe they weren't. I don't know. We might find out later in the episode, foreshadow it. I don't know. Lola and Ariana.
That's a nice shirt, Stick. Sorry, I just got now that you mention it.
Yeah. Lola and Ariana. I mean, we've talked about this. Ariana Grace, her character and her promos, very great. Very great. Lola, that Cholula green, getting ready, staying ready, staying warm, staying simmering. I like this segment. Ariana Grace, she's the locker, the princess, the queen of NXT. I liked it afterwards when Lola told her, well, wait, we can go in the ring, and then she did the whole, oh shit, and then they bleeped it out. She's all looking around, making sure she didn't got. I like that. The character work is great. Her in-ring work is starting to catch up to it, which we will see later on. And what was the match? Oh, the Ridge and Riley. Guys, I feel like they're forcing Ridge Holland on us. Like, I'm about done watching anything with Ridge because he was gonna retire, and then we had the whole thing of Sean Spears, and then he kind of brings it back in. Then he does a nice little feel good story with Chase U, and then Riley cost him the tag team match, and Riley's mad about it. So Ridge is like, if you want to go, let's go. We see where this is going. Ridge is going to end up being the bad guy. He's going to, Chase, Mr. Chase is going to believe him. He's like, he's turned over a new leaf, guys. He's a reformed man. And that's when the knife's going to get stabbed in his back, and then we're going to see this stuff. And then we're going to get like 6 to 8 more months of him being forced down our throats. And then maybe he forms a tag team with Sean Spears, which, don't get me wrong, have Sean Spears on my TV. I like Sean Spears, the chairman. He's getting used more than what he was in AEW. So I'm happy for the guy. He's got family. He's got another kid on the way. Get the check, Sean. Get the check, So, but I mean, the match, it was a good match. It's okay match, but I don't like getting a man that I don't care about seeing on my TV. Like, he doesn't do anything that makes me go, oh, wow. Okay, I can't wait to see that in another week or two. So it's like, he's got no charisma. He's got nothing in his promos and stuff like that. So it's just like, I could go without seeing him. Like, if you told me he's going to main event level up for the next 4 months, I wouldn't be mad at it because I'm not going to watch level up unless we do predictions. and unless I lose the predictions. Other than that, hey, go to Level Up and go main event with Dante Chen for like 4 months. I'm cool with it. Go collect that check as long as I don't have to see you on my TV.
It sticks. You know, Dante's from Singapore, right? I don't know.
Really?
I didn't know if he knew that or not.
No, I did not know that. Thank you for informing me about that.
Tidbit. There's a quick tidbit. Cesar, we had Gallus and Metaphor backstage. We had Ariana and Lola backstage, and we had Ridge versus Riley. What'd you think?
Yeah, Gals boys, they on top. They're set up for something later. I'm gonna give Vic his props later. Because he dropped that tidbit on you if you weren't paying attention. But this sets up something later, which is good. Yeah, Ariana Grace, great character work. Nothing to do there. She's learned from Santino. She learned from the best, one of the best guys to get backstage and character work to be entertainment. She's learned from one of the top guys. Yeah, she gets that ring work popping. That lady's gonna be unstoppable. Okay, she's gonna be fucking hilarious. And if she gets the wrestling even to like good to carry a match, that lady's gonna be unstoppable in this company. I hate to say it, I feel like she's like they're giving her the Chelsea Green treatment, except Chelsea can go. Because if you ever watch Lucha Underground with Chelsea Green, she had a match
even some TNA and Impact when she was in there.
Yeah.
She could put on some pretty good matches there.
Yeah, Chelsea can go. Once they take the strap off of Chelsea and they're giving her more sports while keeping her entertainment, she gonna be a problem too. And I can see Ariana Grace being in that same kind of gear and mode. She just got to get the wrestling down. So no problem with her. Yeah, the shit was funny. She had to catch herself, maybe she ain't all, Princess Prime that she tries to be. A little bit street in there. Let me say Gallus boys, Ariana Grace.
Riley versus Ridge.
Riley versus Ridge. I don't watch Ridge for Ridge, but I do like Riley, so I watched this match for Riley. Just to see if he's improving enough, getting reps in. Riley had that great breakout tournament, and then he was actually, in the finals. He got some mollywopped at the end, but he was actually giving Omafemi some work. So definitely going to see how he keeps producing. I think I have an opposite view of how I think they're going to treat Ridge. I eventually he's going to go back to being angry and pissing people off. But I like what you said. There's things like the knife in the back. I just don't think it's going to be soon. I think Mr. Chase might overdo it again and try to make Ridge like an honorary teacher at Chase U to try to help Riley. You know what I'm saying? To be like, look,
anger management class.
Yeah, but he's a veteran. Riley, look, we get what you're saying, and like accidents happen in the ring, but like you in a match when y'all went in on an exhibition, like nothing was on the line there. It was exhibition. You should have some honor in the ring. That's what we do here at Chase U. I could see Mr. Chase possibly giving Ridge some kind of title if we get those backstage segments back, like Ridge. Because Mr. Chase is flown off the handle in a backstage segment plenty of times, and it's always funny. I see that happening first before he stabs him in the back, but obviously it's going to lead somewhere down the line to Chase versus Ridge in a match, which, yeah. And even Duke going off, Duke going to be like, yeah. Duke's been like, I've been there before, I'm fucking Duke Hudson, blah, 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 blah. All right, let's see where that could go.
Can I ask you guys this?
Yeah.
Do you think being in Chase U helps Riley, or do you think he would be better off being like his own guy?
I think
it helps him.
Q is a personality enhancement. Like that injects the personality because he's got the moves.
Yeah.
Riley can go in the ring. The Chase U and the Thea, that's adding dressing.
Well, see, that was another thing I was just going to say.
It's character work and personality, and at least if he's in Chase U, he's going to get TV time, which he needs to make more comfortable, and he's going to get words and promos, which is going to make him more comfortable for when he does move off.
Because I was just going to say, they had the whole thing with him and Thea, but then we really kind of haven't seen much in the last couple of weeks with him and Thea. We had the whole Valentine's Day thing, but then we haven't really had much follow-up with that since then.
You know what I noticed is I was going to throw this tidbit, and before we moved on, is you guys both gave your takes on what you think Ridge is going to do next. What introduced Ridge into this whole situation was Thea. So I think Thea might have something to do with Ridge in the coming weeks, whether she breaks off and goes with him or they get in like a love scuffle and Riley gets jealous. I think Thea is going to be a cog in that wheel, in that machine of story moving forward. But we digress. Up next, after main man Mensa got taken out, we had the Hard R's with Brindley versus the Good Brothers. Brothers versus brothers. Hard R's taking care of business. Book hating. He's got to hate. Then Idris accidentally takes out Brindley. Idris starts dishing out some unique offense. Not enough, though. The Good Bros kill the magic and win. The Fast and the Fraserists attack post-match. They'll meet at Battleground. The Singapore sensation, Dante Chin, the Chin Man, gets his own video promo vignette. Congratulations.
Cheers, much.
He got one when he first came in, too. It was all about him being from a foreign land. I don't know if you heard. In the locker room, Crispy is pissed. Crispy versus Chin Man 2 happens later. Trick and Hard RVD in the locker room getting a booty call from Sexy Red. She gonna handle that 15 feet of dick in the main event. Cesar, we got them brothers versus brothers in a tag team match. What'd you think?
Yeah. So Hard R's getting TV time, getting match time. All right. No need for like some promotion, like some promo 1 week, some 2-minute promo saying they have a match next week. Just coming out and getting a match. We like it. We all like the Good Bros. Good Bros are the Good Bros. We all like the Hard R's. Hard R's getting some TV time, like I said. Yeah, showing off some new moves and shit. Yeah, of course there's some fuckery. It's a Good Bro match. Come on now. If ain't no fuckery in a Good Bro match, it ain't a Good Bro match. Okay? Book Coonan, like he always does. He Coonan. Hating on the Hard R's. Hating that they got a snow bunny. Brindley gets her ass knocked off the ring. You know what I'm saying? Kofi, he trying to talk to her. Idris in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Getting the monkey ass whip, get the hot tag, come in there, doing work, doing dirt. But as we all know, the show must go on, and Magic got killed. You damn right. 1, 2, 3 for the Good Bros. You know what I'm saying? And then the Fast and the Frasers. Who Good Bros did cut a promo earlier, said the beatings ain't gonna stop. And so the Fast and the Frasers came out to get them some. Tell them crackers they got a match at Battleground. Hey man, look, good match. It's gonna be a real good match. So we gonna see what's gonna happen with this shit. Shit, man, maybe Michan come out there cheating. Maybe Good Bros get tired. Maybe they come out there and throw some bitches off a lot. Maybe she get tired. I wouldn't be mad at it. It'd be entertaining. Especially what happened Friday and how niggas be out here doing one thing and then be hating. Can't trust the wrestler in a colorful suit. I mean, that's the rules. You can't trust an old wrestler in a colorful suit. Everybody knows the rules. One bite. Everybody knows the rules. Like Barstool, nigga.
That was a hell of a segment, by the way. I loved it. I called it. I was shouting at the TV while my wife was like, "What are you talking about?"
Soon as I saw the suit.
Watch.
Soon as I saw the suit, I was like, AJ ain't never no goddamn. Oh, he doing what? Next pay-per-view, we gonna run it back. I knew that shit from jump. I was just waiting on it.
I wonder if they did that because Mark Henry, because I mean the timing is impeccable. Yeah. Mark Henry leaves AEW. Here comes AJ with the tribute to old
powdered
exit
blue suit. And then I said, they're gonna wait to main event this? After main event, last thing to go off there. I said, don't go out there, Homelander. Come get your ass whooped. Bitch ass nigga. Got that ass
whipped. 11 years ago. Can you believe it? 11 years ago, Mark Henry did that. That's crazy.
That's still good. Good.
It was.
To the last drop.
Well, Cesar, did you think you were watching Black.com when you saw Trick Javon and fucking Sexy Red in the locker room was something about to bust out? Well, like, what'd you think of that segment?
It's not black.com because on black.com it's black dudes fucking skinny white women. So they were
You
all three
learn something
niggas.
new every day,
Yeah,
folks.
it was all niggas in there. So yeah, on black.com it's big black niggas and small white women. The white women are getting destroyed on that. So therefore you know. But no, I just thought it was a thought with two niggas in the ring. You know what I'm saying? So we got the young OG and Trick. And then here comes this bitch shaking ass again. Cameraman got a halfway pan away. Booker T got his pipe out under the desk, skeeting on Vic's shoes. You know what I'm saying? Vic had to wear white shoes that night, otherwise you'd have seen some shit. But yeah, she out there. Young OG told her to come to the ring. You know, Trick Willie out there. Yeah, Noam got his ass fucked up. So now this cracker, he walking on. I mean, it's like the parking lot all over again. I thought Blair Davenport left. It looked like Blair Davenport gonna take Naomi to the goddamn parking lot. She don't keep fucking around. But that's a different show, and we don't talk about that show. But I digress. Blair Davenport, black parking lot. I'm just saying, watch out on Fridays. But the backstage is, you know, now they in the building. First, you couldn't just show up to work. Now you at work and you might get fucked up. This shit might be worse. I mean, I don't know which one. I'd rather have the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? Because I came to work, but I can't work because I got fucked up. Now I done went to catering. You know what I'm saying? I'm with my teammates. We was chilling. Now I'm trying to go get a soda in the back. You know what I'm saying? Before I go, you know, get in Trick's face. And then I'm taking out. I'm taking out. I can't even get the damn soda by myself. I got knocked the fuck out. The shit is crazy. Workplace environment is trash, okay? Master Michaels got fixed that. He got fixed that.
Mensa got the pink, knocked out his damn hair.
Damn right.
6, we got the brothers versus brothers. And getting freaky backstage in the locker room. Apparently, Trick and RVD, Hard RVD, don't only tag team in the ring, they tag team in the locker room. You know, that's a deleted scene. Where are them black captions at, Caesar? All right.
Yeah, we had some brothers violence going on in the ring. It's good to see the good bros, but down in NXT. Like they have talked about every time we see them, well-traveled, well-renowned, have had championships everywhere they've gone. The one tag team championship that they don't have on their mantle or on their resume is the NXT tag team championships. So maybe it's foreshadowing. We know why they're there. And we got our boys, the tripod favorites, Hard R's, with their snow bunny out there. You know, it looked like they're living on a little bit of bad luck, you know, hitting on some hard times. And right when we thought that they looked like they were past it, Brindley Reese gets taken out. We had a little bobble and a little miscommunication. She gets taken out. Tension gets taken away from our boys. And what does a veteran tag team do? They jump on that. They take advantage of that. And we know the good brothers, the Hoots themselves, they're gonna do that. And so they did that. And we had a magic killer and we had a 1, 2, 3. So how any good bros match goes. So they got a little momentum going into what they were going to do next, which we found out is going to be at Battleground. Fast and the Fraserists, they come out, they get a little bit of revenge on our boys because they've been kind of messing around with them, and they go ahead and formally accept the tag team championship invitation that the Good Bros give. Then we have a backstage segment, like Caesar said. It wasn't black.com because, you know, we didn't have Riley Reed or Adriana Chesnick backstage, so we knew it wasn't that. So you knew it wasn't that, but we had a little bit of thoughting. We had a little bit of TikToking, something that NXT could throw on their socials. So it was a nice little backstage segment. I didn't have the captions like you said you don't have, Mangria. Caesar is so gracious enough to translate and let us know what we missed on it. And maybe we missed some stuff, maybe we didn't. I don't know, but I knew it wasn't a black.com thing because, like Caesar said, we didn't get a skinny white girl in it. So
Well, up next, gentlemen, was the first surprise of the night. Roxanne Perez comes out to the ring. Who is her opponent? All Teeth comes chomping out there, reveals the opponent for Battleground, Las Vegas. Who will take on Roxanne Perez? Zero press, zero idea. Could have been anybody. Thick, mommy, pump, the juggernaut herself. Hit them sirens. TNA Knockouts champion Jordan Grace shocks the NXT world and walks out there. I legit got goosebumps when I saw Jordan Grace come out there. I was shocked. Vic about to say shit. Book is clacking. Holy shit from the crowd. They fighting at Battleground. That was a hell of a moment. I loved it. Was not spoiled online. I got to give Styx all the credit in the world. I didn't even think about it. Styx said that they needed an opponent for Roxanne. It possibly could have been Julia, but she injured her wrist. So, fuck, that's a hell of a plan B. And it's always on JC. No. Up next, Chase U at odds. Please stop with this. Ridge kills my wrestling boner. Ariana versus Lola. Wrestling boner returns. Vic trying to talk about upcoming events and Jordan Grace still, and Book shouts at Vic to calm down while Lola gyrates. Calm down, Vic. Calm down, Vic. And then Lola starts shaking her ass and he goes, yeah.
Yeah. Cholula Green.
Book, and this is what Vic says. Book, I know if you stand up, the table would flip over, but I got to handle some business. Lola calls Shayna a bitch. Cue Shayna. Security putties pull apart. Yeah, we can stop there. Sticks, I mean, man, holy shit. This was your first surprise of the night. Roxanne Perez's opponent was revealed. What did you think?
Well, gentlemen, let's hark back to something that was a while back ago. A certain line that a cerebral assassins would say, you always have a plan B. And plan B wasn't that bad. To have Jordan Grace, the working relationship that WWE has had and continues to have with TNA Impact is great to be able to call back on that. To have Jordan Grace be able to come over and be a surprise opponent and not only walk through the forbidden door, but to essentially break that fucking door off the hinges. This is great. I mean, this not only it helps NXT, but it helps TNA, but also to help Jordan Grace. Like, this is a stage for her to show that she is one of the top women, not only in TNA, but in professional wrestling. This is going to be a great match. Jordan Grace is a well-traveled woman, is a well-accomplished knockout in female in professional wrestling. This match is going to be great. Like you said, you got goosebumps. I did too. This is going to be great. This is showing the difference between, like you even said, main career before we got on, the McMahon era and the Paul Levesque era. Like, to be able to have Trips be able to say, go ahead, yeah, make that. Sean, you want to make that phone call? Go ahead. Let's make that phone call. Let's bring this. Let's throw a little wrench into the system that we got going on here. Let's throw a little like, oh wow, have people be like, wow, they're gonna do this. This is great. This is a great plan to be able to have go forward. To be able to have a relationship with an outside organization that is in the United States. Not only does it show that WWE doesn't look down upon other promotions, but it shows that they can have a working relationship with other promotions in the United States. Like, you've always heard rumors of them with like promotions overseas, some of that. To be able to do that with a promotion in the United States is great. And one that, I mean, WWE probably looks at TNA and it's like, yeah, we're not worried about them. but it also almost is like, hey, we can help each other out. Like maybe TNA at Slammiversary. Hey, you call WWE. Hey, we got something going on. Can we get maybe, I don't know, an AJ Styles? I don't know. Maybe could we get a Rascals reunion? Could we get Wesley? Could we do something like that? To be able to do that, to have a relationship like that is great. And that have that to be able to go into Battleground, to be able to have Jordan Grace against Roxanne Perez, it's great, man. This is going to be awesome. Like you said, I got goosebumps, and it got the wheels turning because I mean, there's former TNA Impact talent on that roster. Hell, I would love to see maybe a little Consequences Creed. Maybe get a little bit of that going backward. Get a little Xavier Woods. Get a little shine on the man. New Day ain't doing much. Let's get my man out there. Let's do this. Let's run this back at a TNA Plus premium pay-per-view. It's great. This is just awesome. I love this is one of the things that we talk about when we see in the wrestling community and professional wrestling, that when you do stuff like this as a wrestling fan, it gives you goosebumps, but it also just gets the wheels turning. So this is awesome.
And you're right. You're right. The NXT TNA relationship, it will help out both parties. I bet you it'll bring more eyes to NXT this coming Tuesday, and definitely for TNA for Slammiversary. Like, let's get some seeds planted. Let's get some contracts signed, some deals worked out. Let's get this relationship going, because the possibilities. I mean, Styx, I bet you he had a half chub when this happened. But I mean, at the end of the episode, Styx to midnight is an understatement. But I digress. Sorry, Styx. Up next was Ariana versus Lola.
Yes, like we talked about, Ariana's promo work, character work, great. The in-ring work, we got to get that. We got to get. How are you going to get that? You put her on TV. We do this stuff like match like this. This wasn't a bad match. This was a good match. You got her in-ring work while also getting Lola by some in-ring work, getting her a dub, moving forward to Battleground. This was great. I thought it served both purposes. Ariana isn't that bad of a wrestler. She's getting better. We're seeing the improvements. Her in-ring work is starting to catch up. True character work. And Lola, we got that Cholula green. We got to see that spice on our TV set. Which, by the way, go back since you're watching this. Our man Mangria had a nice little program, the after party hangover. I believe you three gentlemen talked about a certain Lola Vice. I'm not going to spoil it, but go back, watch that, because the three gentlemen, the two Sanka and Jake, who, yeah, Jake don't need to be talked about that much. Those two gentlemen and Mangria talked about Lola Vice. So go watch that. And it was great to have Lola pick up a dub and move forward. Shayna was just happened to be there. We had a little bit of a fracas. They had a security of the refs got some work in to separate. So we got a little preview going forward in the Battleground, and it allowed Lola to pick up a dub and keep the momentum going into Battleground.
Well, Cesar, the first of a couple surprises tonight happened. Roxanne Perez's opponent was announced, and then we had that Cholula Green versus Ariana. Your thoughts, sir?
Oh yeah, this is real good. This is real good. Not everybody on Twitter talking about Joe Hendry gonna show up at WrestleMania.
Oh
and
man,
the world will be
awesome.
fine.
That would be awesome.
Well, he could. Well, he is European, so I guess he could show up. No, actually, they're probably talking about him showing up at Clash at the Castle, because I think he is from over that way, which would be hella crazy. But I ain't mad at it. Yeah. I remember I watched this live on Tuesday, and then I sent a DM to Mangria like the very next day. I was like, how Roxanne gonna cheat her way out of this? Because that's all she got. That's all she got. She can't pin Jordan on a run she's on right now. Like she can't pin her. She pins her, it's wild. If she pins her, she's showing up at Slammiversary, talking cash shit, and then losing to Jordan there. Which would I be mad at? No, because they beat each other. They kept their respective titles. She can't win clean though. Like, let's be honest. She can't beat Jordan clean. Like, she's got to do some foul mouth shit.
I don't care if Roxanne was face, she wouldn't beat Jordan clean.
She can't beat Jordan clean. But the fact that she heals, I don't know the timeline. But if Big Titty Cora Jade came back with heel Roxanne, I don't know. It would make sense now.
And she showed up at a live event, so
Yeah.
we might be there.
Yeah. Big Titty Cora Jade brings her ass out. I wouldn't be mad at it. Roxanne was looking good too Tuesday. She is. I think now she's fully embraced the bitchiness character, so she was looking like 2 times better than she normally looks. I was like, okay, Roxanne, I see you with your fine, hateful ass. Hate does good to female wrestling. They look better. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, I don't know how this bitch went in this match. And then again, Lola Green, Lola came out. Lola, goddamn, can't speak. She came out. Book was booked up again. Skiing all over Vic's shoes one more time. You know what I'm saying? Ariane Grace out there trying to do her best. Got a little offense in. Not mad at it. Got a little offense in. But Lola took that ass out, as she would, and started shaking that ass. And then, the Putties and Shayna Blazer come out.
Calm down, Vic.
Calm down. Yeah, shake it. Book had probably a couple dollars out. You know what I'm saying? All in all, yeah. Super good stuff here. Leaves options open for a lot of stuff. Maybe we can get some surprises back at the Rumble now. Wouldn't mind seeing a little Joe Hendry. You know what I'm saying? A little EY maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little AJ for Slammiversary. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't be mad if stuff like that happened.
Hammerstone versus Oba.
I'm good.
How about Josh Alexander versus anybody? Give me or even wait for Sethaniel Raleigh and give me Sethaniel and Josh.
Now we cooking. Yeah, I mean, Hammerstone's pretty good. Yeah, Hammerstone versus Oba would be too big.
That would be a great match because they can.
I think we could do better, and I think we could do Hammerstone versus Dijak.
That's
Mr. PLE.
The surface. That's just scratching the surface on the possibilities.
Yeah, Mr. PLE Dijak versus Hammerstone. I think that would cook. Maybe West turns heel for a night with the Rascals. Maybe he doesn't. Sprays them with the spray paint.
Hey, you keep PCO the hell away from my NXT, you fucking idiots. You keep that Frankenstein fuck. Nobody wants to see that shit. Do not kill the momentum. You're on fire. NBA Jam. He's on fire. Do not extinguish it with that Frankenstein fuck. I ain't playing. All right. Anyway.
No. Let me throw this out here for you. Mangria. Could you imagine Rosemary and the WWE Universe with their special effects and their entrances?
You're not even mentioning your ex-wife. Your ex-wife could show up.
Hey, she got on Twitter. She got on X and talked about her and Tatum Paxley. Hey, she said that. I wouldn't be mad at that either, man.
Here we go.
Well, they fired the cracker who had the 85 camera angles. So, I mean, that would just make Rosemary's entrance way better because it's crazy shit. You didn't know where the bitch was coming from. But still, yeah. Killer Kelly.
I want to see Rosemary and Tatum just scissor in the ring. Just say, fuck it. You know what? PG era is dead.
Probably would.
Scissor me timbers, baby.
Yeah, they probably would.
Up next, we get a Carly Bright vignette.
Who?
Yeah. Crispy King versus the Chin Man 2. Singapore Sensation is a locker room hero, according to Vic.
Yep.
Book harder for Crispy than he was for Lola. Chin Man rolls Crispy up for the win. Crispy goes on the attack, weirdly pulls up the mat outside the ring, and then hits the coronation on the roll-up mat. All right. Briggs gets his own. No one cares. Sean Spears was watching. I don't care. The family, meh. It's Ren Sinclair versus Kalani Jordan. It was the final North American Championship qualifying match. Fallon joins commentary. Book still calling Vic a low down dirty rat. Meanwhile, the match was all right. Some smooth moments, but some rough botches as well. Kalani wins. Fallon brought absolutely nothing to commentary. Still
Facts.
better than Punk though. Mr. Stone with Stevie Turner in Altice's office. Stevie keeps running her. By the way, Stevie Turner, where the fuck have you been? Then I couldn't even think of her name. Sticks had to look it up for me. Stevie Turner in Altice's office. Stevie keeps running her mouth about Jordan Grace. Cue Jordan. They fight next week on NXT. Holy shit. Jordan Grace gracing the NXT screen on Tuesday. Grace gonna be putting in that work, gentlemen. Cesar. Crispy King versus the Chin Man. What'd you think?
Yeah, Booker T talking about Crispy. Yeah, he's the rock star, the TV star. The TV star, Crispy. Yeah. Quick match. Crispy gets mad, starts fucking that cracker up. Tries to end his career, as he should. Because he the king. And he got the crispiest haircut on the show. You damn right. Then up next was Briggs. Briggs had his little promo thing. Okay, he had a promo thing. Sean Spears sees Briggs. I think he sees Briggs as a lost cause. So if that's where they're going next, okay, gives him something to do. Gives Briggs something to do. Let's see if Sean Spears can bring it up out of Briggs. We know Sean Spears teaches wrestling. He knows how to wrestle. So let's see if he can get Briggs up out of there.
Ren versus Kalani.
Yeah, Fallon was out there, and that bitch highly got ignored. Passed the towel to Vic. Didn't want to shake Vic's hand either. Gave that nigga a towel. I was like, where'd she get the towel from? She get it from her ass? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Take that towel, Vic. I'd have smelt it. I'd have sniffed it. Definitely. And then Kalani gets the dub. Of course, she's gonna be in there. She gonna do something ignorant off that ladder. I already know that. That bitch gonna eat some ladder, and it's gonna be painful. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen there. I ain't mad at that.
And next week we see Jordan Grace versus Stevie Turner.
That one hoe was in you just said her name. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, she was in Altice's office with Superman Stone, talking that yin yang. And then old Jordan Grace said she said, look here, bitch. They paid me for 2 matches, so I'm gonna whoop your monkey ass next week. Juggernaut out. And then left the room. I said, goddamn, that bitch gonna get fucked up on live TV. Damn. Sorry for it. Sorry it had to be you. But it had to be somebody because she losing to Roxanne. Because Roxanne cheating. There's no way Roxanne beats this bitch clean. Okay. I'm willing to bet the house. Okay. I'm gonna get on DraftKings tonight. I'm gonna look for a bet. I'm gonna look for a bet on DraftKings tonight. There ain't no way Roxanne hitting a regular ass pop rocks. She can hit a off the top rope pop rocks. Jordan Grace gonna kick out.
She will definitely kick out. Sticks, we got Crispy versus the Chin Man, part 2. What'd you think?
Yes, gentlemen, it wasn't raining, but it was Singaporean.
I see what you did. There you go.
Yeah, I don't like you niggas this week. I just want to put that on the record. I don't like you. You had a pun about she's gracing us with her present, and then you got it fucking rated. You know what? I don't like none of you niggas this week. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. Okay, put this on wax. Don't you edit this shit out.
It's all right, Sticks. It's all right, Sticks. He's drinking some haterade tonight. We're saying our Jolly.
No, I'm booked. I'm cooning tonight.
Jolly Caesar tonight.
I'm cooning tonight. Okay, it's my turn to be booked at this desk, and I hate all you niggas tonight.
Are we rats?
Ain't even over with.
Are we rats? We're low down.
Yeah, all the rats this week. No, that's out of everybody's business. Get out of the pun business.
This is what happens when you have Jake on this channel. There's still the stench of Jake on this, so we gotta keep going with this. But I digress.
Hey,
yes,
Sticks,
we run it back.
Have you tried Slate, Sticks?
No. I heard it's very nutritious and a very, very great drink. My God, what the hell did I just say? Anyway, We ran it back. We had King Crispy versus the Singapore Sensation. Okay. Crispy a little mad about what happened last week. Understandable. The match was okay. It was on the borderline of being okay till, like you said, Mingria, he pulled up the mat outside the ring and hit the coronation on the mat. At that point, I looked at my girlfriend and said, "What was the point of pulling up this mat if you aren't going to hit him on the cement?" She looked at me and she said, "Same thing I was thinking." I digress. Dante Chin.
See, that woman got good taste. I mean, bad taste in dating you, but good taste in wrestling. Okay, good. I had to use that. Come on, that joke was wide open right there. That joke was wide open.
That's what I'm good at. I'm like Randy Johnson in like the twilight of his career. I'm gonna serve you up some fast pitches, and you're just gonna Jason Giambi him out of the ballpark.
Yeah,
Cesar.
you're killing birds. You fucking killing birds at 42.
Exactly. But yeah, Dante Chin got some actual legit TV time, and now he's 2-0 against Crispy. The match, it was okay. Well, fast like you, I fast forward Kalani Jordan and whoever she faced. It was okay match. We knew what was gonna happen. Kalani is a superstar, so we gotta get her in this ladder match because like Cesar, like you said, she's gonna do something crazy off a ladder. The match was okay. Fallon, she didn't really bring much to commentary, but she's on TV. This is what we got to go through. I mean, she's good in the ring, but it's outside the ring that she's got to work on. So this is why she's still down in NXT. There's just something more she's got to work on. The match, okay. Fallon on commentary, and Book and her hating on Vic. It's good for Vic, keeps him in check. I mean, when you go home to McKinsey every night, sometimes you do still got to be put in a check to let you know that, you're fucking sick Vic. You may be sick Vic, but you still Vic. You ain't done nothing great. You're with the hottest girl that you totally outkicked your coverage. So we got to put you in check every once in a while. So, but outside that, it's all right.
And we're getting Stevie versus Jordan next week on NXT.
It's amazing how like a week or two ago we had this conversation in the chat. And then it's like, this is what happens with the three of us. We talk about something or someone, and then what happens? It shows up on TV like a week or two later. It's amazing how this happens. We get Stevie Turner, who had a brief little run and then just fell off the face of the wrestling world. And we all three wondered, where the hell is she at? And some of us were wondering, who the hell was she? She's back now. She doesn't have the podcast, the Twitch thing that she was doing. She's just whiny Stevie Turner now. So, but she's gonna get Jordan Grace. We're gonna get Jordan Grace on a network that isn't Access TV or TNA Plus for a lot of us to be able to watch that. She's gonna be on USA Network. So Big Mama Pump's gonna be on network TV. Let's go.
Gonna be good. And now it's gonna be great because we're at the main event. We got Trick and Javon with Sexy Red versus them Gallus boys. Great energy here for the main event. The book is hyped. Vic is hyped. The crowd is hyped. Hard RVD and Trick posing on the barricade with Sexy Red. Book is losing his mind. Meanwhile, Joe Coffey performing hate crimes on poor Javon. Trick Willie hits a double bookend. Joe Coffey tries to grab the NXT title. Sexy Red gets it away from him, and Javon flies out onto him. Trick gets the pin. Lash Legend, music hits, comes out. Lash asks Trick if he attacked Metaphor. Be honest. The lights go out. Someone runs in. There's a scuffle. Who is it? They're not showing his face. Who is this guy? Even I didn't know. Who the fuck is this? And then we get all ego. Ethan Page shoves Trick into Lash, whoops that Trick. Wow, what an incredible fucking episode. If there was ever an emergency tripod time, this is where I desperately wanted to. But man, what a fucking episode. What a way to end this week's NXT. It blew all the other shows out the water. Sticks, we got to hear it. What did you do when you saw your boy on NXT?
Well, gentlemen, let's talk about the match. The match was good. It was main event worthy. Like you said, the only thing missing from Gallows doing hate crimes was white hoods and burning things in front yards. I mean, that's the only thing missing. Outside that, Young OG and Trick, they showed up, showed out. Now let's talk about lights going out. Gentlemen, little peek behind the curtain. Your boy doesn't watch this stuff live. I DVR it, mostly because I work nights, and between the time I wake up and get ready for work, I don't have much time to pay attention to wrestling. Like I told Main Gria before we got on, I didn't know anything that happened. So I jumped on the gram, as what the kids would say, the gram. I was on my first break, sitting in my vehicle with my girlfriend. I jumped on the gram, and it was just like it was playing. The first thing that popped up, WWE NXT. I see Trick and Young OG. They talking to Lash, and then the lights go out. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, what are we gonna get here? Who's coming back down to the main roster? Because we had the draft. They talked about, this wasn't just people getting called up. There will be people coming back down. I was thinking, okay, who's from the main rosters coming down? Nah. Ain't nobody from the roster. It's a man that towards the end of his run of AEW and Ring of Honor, which is, to be honest, nobody really watches that. Sorry, Andy. I know you ain't watching. You ain't got no subscription to Honor Television since Tony Skeets is taking it over. I know that. But towards the end of his run in AEW Ring of Honor, even yours truly didn't even know what the hell was going on with this man. Last I had known, this man wrote his contract out and was just going to take independent bookings until Tuesday night. Lights go out, crowd pops, someone attacks Trick, pushes him into Lash, and we see that egotistical smiling fool, all ego Ethan Page. And he attacks Trick, and he comes out and he says, it was me. I'm the man that attacked Noam. I'm the man that attacked Oro. And I'm going to whoop that Trick. And he goes on to beat up Trick, and we get the answer to all the questions. Book is having to calm Vic down because Vic's losing his mind. He about damn near said AEW.
AEW, damn right.
Yeah. Book had to be like, no. Book had to put that snitch in his spot. All ego. Ethan Page is on what showed up on NXT TV. Now, he came out and he said on his social medias he hasn't signed a contract. Contrary to reports, he isn't signed with NXT or WWE. Could it be a ploy? I don't know. But gentlemen, all ego in NXT. Shawn Michaels, he cooking. He cooking. He's in there. He's doing things Gordon Ramsay can't even do. He's doing things that Bobby Flay isn't even doing. Hell, he's pulling off masterpieces that Rachel Ray ain't even doing. He's opening doors. He's bringing people in, and then he's out in the left field. He's bringing people in that you wouldn't think that you could bring in, and he's bringing people in. I.e., he brought in Ethan Page. Nobody thought about this. Nobody. Ethan Page was an afterthought on what you would think, and you would probably list off 10 people before you would probably get to Ethan Page. Maybe even 15 people that you would think of that you would have, that you could think of that you would even ponder to show up in NXT. But guess what? Ethan Page is at this point is in NXT. And you know what? Ladies, gentlemen, pretzels, get ready because this man can go. This man can cut promos, and he is not going to disappoint. This is going to be great for NXT and for Ethan Page.
And it's not November, but Styx's birthday has come early, folks. What a hell of a prize, a present for Styx and the
The
tribe.
only thing that could be better is if we get the fucking North in WWE. If we were to have a fucking
Cesar's
tag team like ladder match, if we were to have a tag team ladder match at WrestleMania and you had the North, that would be birthday before November. But I digress, Mangria.
Oh, there he is. Okay, Cesar, the main event, and another surprise. It was for us. That was for the tripod. That was incredible. What did you think of the final segment of this past week's NXT?
So the main event, it was cooking. That young OG boy, that boy can do some things in that ring. Okay, he got a bright future. And then this got you know what? I hate to say it, but maybe I just didn't see that crack every week. Joe Coffey had another good match. I don't know what Joe Coffey, another Coffey, I don't know that nigga name. They had the chemistry in the ring, but he had another good match. Book Coonan, of course. Skeeting all over Joe Coffey, good to the last drop. Skeeting all over Sexy Red, taking his blood pressure medicine. I don't know where Book slept at after that show, but he ain't go home to Queen Charmel. That nigga slept in the Holiday Inn because I know she ain't let his ass in the house talking like that. You know what I'm saying?
She took her weave off. She took her nails off.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Nigga won't get in that house. Mm-hmm. You're damn right. A good match. Good match as well. Great setup. Had Sexy steal the title back. Young OG flipping outside the ring. Trick with the trick knee. Then Lash Legend comes out accusing Trick of taking out half of the metaphor. And this is where I said I was going to give Vic his props. This is where I said, because Vic still asked Book, you think Trick did it? And then Book was like, no, you blame Gallus. They taking everybody out. He goes, no. He goes, Gallus always says when they take somebody out. Gallus admits it. Gallus admits when they beat a cracker ass in the back, they say they did it. They always come out the next segment. They say at the night they take somebody out. They don't run because they ain't afraid of nobody. I was like, damn, this nigga right. There had to be somebody new. Had to be somebody. Or maybe even know him faking it or something. Maybe they faking it, try to set up Trick. There had to be something, right? Had to be something. But it was all ego. All ego brought his cracker ass out there and whooped up on Trick. Cut himself a nice old promo. Got the last laugh on the champ. You know, we don't know what's going on, who's going to fight Trick. And then I got sad. Because Trick going to fight Ego, and Ego going to lose. And I don't want to see Ego lose. I want Master Michaels to take somebody like Ego and go old school with him. Go old school NXT with him. Let him start fighting people, the bottom rung to the middle rung to the upper rung, whooping everybody crack ass. And then take on the champ. But now, does he deserve to be in the main event? Yes, sir. He's got great caliber work. This man is a main event star. And they need to build more main event stars because they lost a few. And they don't really, I don't know why they stick in West with this North American Championship. They need to be building West too. Let's be honest. West cooks in any match that he's in. Hopefully they'll start to cook that up now after this shit. But let's just say for the NXT crowd is different. They're not casuals. They're not like main rosters. They're not casuals. They know who Ego is. But that's what I liked about the old NXT, man. They used to like build up a champ with like 5-6 wins. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 7-8 wins, PLE, get the title, or at least fight for the title, and then clear all the riffraff out. And that's what they need to do to Ego. That's what they should do to Ego. But starting him at the top for his first match is just guaranteeing him a loss. So unless after this loss, then he goes through that, they're not giving the belt to Ego. Not after building Trick. They're not giving the belt.
No, but can I ask you this? Are we sure? Because this episode
all right, we're doing predictions.
We're doing predictions.
We're doing predictions.
No,
if you're picking Ego, we're doing predictions.
I'm just saying. We had an episode full of surprises. Like we didn't know they were gonna go back to TNA. Like you didn't know it was gonna be Cora J, but Jordan Grace.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
But we also didn't know that it was gonna be Ethan Page. Like, are we? I mean, could you? We could see this being that Trick loses, but then also we're gonna run it back, and then maybe he gets the best of them.
So you're saying that he beat Carmelo Hayes twice, and for his first, is this like his first title defense?
His first title defense was against, yeah. But
so his first title defense, which is also his first PLE title defense, he gonna lose.
But this man lost the North American Championship like 3 to 4 days after winning it
to a main event star because they wanted it for storyline on main events, and that's when Vince was there. That's still when Vince was there.
But if they look at,
do you know what month it is? Do you know what month it is? It's June. What's the newest holiday in June? Juneteenth, nigga. You think they're gonna take? You think Massa Michaels is gonna take the title off a black man with Juneteenth around the corner for a white?
Hey, let me ask you this. Hey, let me ask you this.
Okay, go ahead.
What? Oh, who's the chicken and waffles championship on?
Yeah, that's Sangria's doing.
But it could be a forecast.
Yeah,
I did nothing. It was February. He took matters into his own hands.
This could be. Hey! There ain't Miss Cleo, but there's Mr. Sangria, and maybe he's seeing something. I'm just saying.
No, not with. Did you not see Massa Michaels in Sexy Red's car singing his song? And this cracker changed his Twitter profile after that show to him in the chef outfit because that nigga know he cooking. Look, let's be real. NXT Shawn Michaels, he black.
There ain't nobody blacker than all.
No. This cracker over here, he white. Okay,
but he could have a Black Rocky story. He loses to all Ego. He's got to check himself, but then he starts building himself back up.
He's not,
and then he reaches the pinnacle.
Well, gentlemen,
he just beat the Mad Dragon.
The match hasn't even been made. Like all Ego has no matches. He just showed up.
We know the match is getting made.
Is this coming weekend. They are not going to make Trick versus Ego at Battleground with this short amount of time.
Who else he gonna fight?
I don't think he has a match. He doesn't have a match, right?
Right. This is going to be the match.
I don't think this is going to be a match.
Okay.
It could be I don't know. Maybe it'll be
if they book this shit tomorrow, I don't want to see none of you niggas in the chat. I don't want to see none. I want a 24-hour ban from you niggas in the chat if they book this shit tomorrow.
That's very unlike Cross-Eyed Kid to book a match that quick. Because NXT, they put
it's not been that quick because they've been leading up to who has been beating these people up for like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
and now they reveal the person.
That's some.
And now he's gonna fight.
That's some ATW shit to just give somebody a title shot immediately when they first get
I'm so gonna laugh if they book Noam Dar versus fucking Trick for Battleground.
Because Ego's gonna laugh. Look, Ego's gonna come out and beat them both up. That's what's gonna happen in that match. If they book that, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, there's no way Ego gets a championship match immediately like that. Unless Trick goes, no, I gotta handle my business.
Which he's gonna do because he's Trick Willie.
He'll be like, I'll put my title on the line. I don't give a shit.
Trick is gonna be the first person out tomorrow saying that exact bullshit.
I hope not.
He's gonna be like, all Ego, big ego, head Negro. No, that's me, Trick Willie. Bring your ass to the ring and we go fight tonight. And then Ego's gonna be like, nah, only way I fight you is for the title at Battleground. And then all teeth gonna come out and book that shit.
There's two things that's either going to be first. One is going to be that, or two, we gonna get Jordan Gray, Stevie Turner right out the gates.
That probably will happen first. That might.
What if
first.
Jordan versus Roxanne main events and Trick doesn't need to main event battle?
So you're gonna have your new champion not defend his title on the first PLE he can do?
They haven't set anything up yet.
That's what I'm saying.
It's very unlike NXT to throw together a title defense like that in 1 week. Like, I don't know. I know
he's the one for the last 3 weeks have been beating people up backstage. That's all I'm saying.
That doesn't deserve a title match.
I never said it did. I'm just saying.
I don't think
you don't leave the show. You don't leave the show with the champion down and have him not address it next week.
He's gonna address it, but I don't think it should be a title match immediately. Like maybe, oh God, I can't believe I'm about to say this. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
Come
on, say it. Say it, Sangria. Say it.
Let that hate in. Say it.
God, I hate this. Okay. NXT take a page out of AEW and have a champions eliminator match.
They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that.
A non-title match.
That's not gonna happen.
A non-title match.
That's not gonna happen because if that happens.
And if Ethan beats Trick, he gets a title shot at the next pay-per-view. Not immediately. Not immediately.
First off, if that happens, we are getting a CW championship in fucking NXT.
Facts. I don't see that happening because there's no reason for anybody to help Ego cheat. And I don't see Ego beating Trick clean because he just got there.
You mean to tell me you don't think Mello would come down and still have a little bit of hatred towards Trick?
I think Mello's like slapping people on their bald heads on main roster now.
And mispronouncing people's names.
Mispronouncing people's names and shit. And who knows how close they'll be to Florida during that run. And so, no, I think they're kind of like letting the guys who went up stay up versus letting people who can contribute and then go up do that. So I don't think Mello is going to come back down for a while, maybe, if ever again. No, I don't see it. But
well, I can tell you one thing. This past week's NXT has got us talking. It's going to keep us thinking. Keep us watching tomorrow night. But I digress. Let's move on now to TNA Impact. Of course, we kicked the show off with the A versus the B. That's right. It's Ace Austin versus Chris Bay. Sometimes brothers
hell of a kickoff again. Hell of a kickoff.
According to the Drama King, when you're as close as brothers, you pull no punches. These two bringing it tonight, counter after counter, and Chris Bay able to score the pin. Good kickoff to this week's Impact. They hug it out. No shenanigans. Thank goodness. Cesar, we saw the A versus the B to kick off Impact. Yeah. And your eyes were glued to that screen. What did you think of that first match?
Gentlemen, I do have a complaint. Why would they turn the music off when in between one of them and the other coming out? Like Austin came out, they turned the music off, and then they restarted it. And Bay came out. That shit run. Just let that shit run, and then just start announcing his ass. It's like it's a waste of production. You can tell me this nigga had to hit play, wait, watch, hit stop, hit play. Okay, and then wait to get a hit stop. Nigga, I would have hit play, went and got a cup of coffee or a beer. I'd be like, them niggas gonna fight. Fuck that shit. Let that shit run. Ain't nobody gonna hurt on that shit. But no, this match was cooking, as we know. Two guys who are definitely super dope in the ring. Do we know if we as the Ultimate Finesse re-signed? Do we know? Or do we know when his contract is up?
I haven't heard.
I don't know. Did you gentlemen see that a lot of the front office got fired from TNA over the weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which Trips is really on some diabolical shit. And he opening up this door.
Meet your new TNA president, Road Dogg.
No, fuck that. No, it's gonna be a bunch of talent fucking leaving, and some scrubs ain't gonna get some TV time. I'm gonna tell you that goddamn much. Yeah, it's gonna be more talent sneaking back over there. We might get Nick Nemeth back in WWE. He might not be Dolph no more. He might be Nick. Shit, especially if all the front office is leaving. Fuck that. I might be out too. But hey, it is what it is. Then again, yeah, you're right. Road Dogg and Six might go. Six might go over there. 1 2 3 Kid and Road Dogg might go to TNA.
Well, what do you think of the match?
Match was really great. No, the match was great. These two guys can go. They know each other. They proved that they know each other real well. Great timing with the reversals and everything. I knew, yeah, you knew they were going to hit signatures and stuff and kick out. And yeah, you know, it's going to have to be a roll up, a counter, a roll up counter to a roll up to get the dub, and just who can hold on tighter. Still left the ring, shook hands. You know, you hate to admit you lost, or hate to admit that you know one of you got the better of the other, but got to swallow that pride sometimes for the betterment of the team, because these two brothers are still on the front lines living Martin Luther King's dream, fighting racism and, you know, the honky patrol, aka Gallus, every day that they are together in tag team division. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got the Clan 2.0 with Diener and something possibly forming. The ABC has to be there to break up that hate and show you that there's still love in between two men that ain't gay. That ain't gay, they brothers. Different kind of love, brotherly love.
No Diddy.
No Diddy. Damn right, no Diddy. Fuck that nigga. And the coalition has written Diddy out of the coalition. This was weeks ago, months ago, but I didn't think I had to say that. You know, sometimes publicly you have to say that because people just assume. And fuck y'all assuming niggas.
Well, we appreciate the peek behind the curtain, Cesar. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm saying. I do what I do. I do what I do for y'all. For y'all, for the pretzels watching, especially the sheriff, and the nigga eating mashed potatoes as bum. Him too. We do that shit for the motherfuckers like y'all. Bum mashed potatoes ass guy. You are my comment of the week.
Big shout out to Mr. Honcho over there. But Sticks, we got the A versus the B to kick off Impact Wrestling. What a way to start the show. What'd you think?
Yes, it wouldn't do my due diligence without giving a shout out to Mr. Honcho himself. Thank you for being a loyal pretzel. TNA right out the gates with what I thought was their match of the whole episode. They give it to us all. We knew what we were going to get when we get Ace versus Bay.
Definitely because they fucked up last week. They knew they fucked up last week.
Yeah. They messed up so bad last week that they came to they had a come to wrestling Jesus moment. They're like, okay, we gotta set this right, and we gotta set it right off the start, right off the get-go. So they gave us Ace versus Bay right out the gates. Great match. You always kind of worry when you see two guys in the tag team facing off each other. It's like, okay, how's this going to go? Because someone's got to lose. Like, there's no winners in this, really. Well, I guess you kind of say there is, but there really isn't, because you have tag team teammates going against each other, and there always plants that seed of doubt with each other of like, okay, I may have beat my partner, but how is he going to legit feel about this going forward? And we kind of had that teasing of dissension. Especially towards the end, it was like, because I think they said both these guys they've gone against each other very sparingly. I think they were like 1-1 going against each other. So it's like, this is a kind of a tiebreaker, and it's like, well, how's one gonna take this when the other beats them? And we like they talked about too, they still have a rematch clause for the tag team championships. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you can't lose your train of thought for the bigger picture. Like, you guys still have a chance to face the tag team champions and win and become tag team champions, and could possibly go on a very good run as tag team champions. But I digress. This is a great match. Both these guys show you why they were great competitors, not only in TNA, but in the X division in itself. These guys are stables in the X division. These guys, you could throw in a TNA championship match, and you won't be disappointed. I mean, you can't tell me if you had Moose versus Chris Bay, Moose versus Ace Austin, that you're gonna be like, damn, without even seeing the match, but damn, this could be a really good match, and you won't be disappointed. But when you get both these guys against each other, it's at least a co-main on a pay-per-view. These guys are great, but when you put these guys together as a tag team, that's why they're one of the greatest tag teams. They talked about how the Motor City Machine Guns, how these guys basically took the ball from them and have ran with it. I totally agree with these guys. These guys are like the Motor City Machine Guns 2.0. These guys are great. Their moves are so fluid. The chemistry of these guys are great, which is what makes a match like this. It makes it great to watch, but then you kind of like, oh, God, how's this going to affect it? But great opening match, barn burner out the doors, and Chris Bay picked up the dub. Hopefully everything is copacetic with the A, the B, the C. Hopefully these boys can fight racism, bring love to the world, and blur color lines in the United States of America. Hopefully these boys can go on, they can win the tag team championships, and we can finally get an A, the B, the C day in the United States of America.
Speaking of possibilities, could you imagine ABC versus the Fast and the Fraserists?
You better shut your fucking whore mouth.
Oh,
you better shut your whole mouth.
Shit.
You better shut your whore mouth right now. I don't need that shit on my TV because I'm gonna stop watching wrestling after that. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna turn off the PLE. Stop.
Whoever is running TNA and thinks it's a great idea to have PCO and SDL and the Twisted Love connection needs to be shot. Sami Callihan versus John Gresham. These fools trying to bite each other.
Yeah.
They both keep fucking with the camera. Sami pile drives Gresham on the apron. Sami gets black skeet on his hand. Dick kicking Jones over here. Gresham gets the pinfall. We did see an NXT on Impact recap this week. That was crazy, seeing NXT footage on an Impact show. Then Steve McLean versus Santana. Santana seems way happier in TNA. He has a bigger than life presence, I noticed. He had a tiny botch trying to do the baseball slide out the ring, but still a great matchup here. But the old Rascals ruin this matchup. Sticks. Let's just talk about Sami versus John and Steve versus Santana, please.
Yes. Like I talked about last week, I was very interested to see where this was going to go because of the issues with Jonathan Gresham. Santino had last week's episode, he had tried to get a hold of Jonathan Gresham. The referee protocol for any match with Jonathan Gresham, mask, gloves, because of shenanigans that have been going forward. Sami Callihan, he's got that devil don't care attitude. Like they even talked about, like when you're in a bunker in Anonymous, Ohio, this man ain't going to care about getting black skeet on his hands or anything like that, but yet you were still kind of seeing that little tendency, the hesitation with Sami, like you talked about with the biting. And then when we got towards the end of the match, he might have bit him, but there was black skeet on his hands. It caused Sami to kind of have a little hesitation. We got the Dick Kick Jones action.
Yep.
Allowed Jonathan to pick up the dub. This is what Gresham is doing. Now we're going to see what happens with Sami. Like, I think this is something that if Sami has a hand in, literally a hand in, he could help this out. Like, you could see Sami be like an integral part in this. I'm interested to see where this goes with Gresham. Like, I know Jonathan is a very good wrestler. He's a very technical. He's a very good ground tactician. So I'm very interested to see where the character goes with this. Like we're seeing him embrace the literal octopus of his character, like they had talked about it during the match. They thought the octopus was the tentacles, how he could tie somebody up, but also, yeah, octopuses they're poisonous. They have ink. Maybe we're seeing this. Let's see where this goes. Hopefully, it's not a 28 days later throw off five, dollar cheap ass thing that TNA is going to do. Hopefully, this helps better Jonathan Gresham, but also maybe with Sami Callihan adds another layer to his character. I don't know. It was a good match. It was a decent at worst match. I didn't mind it. I thought it was good. McLean and Santana, like you said, Santana seems like he's got like a new lease on life, which is good because Santana has a TNA history. Him and Ortiz, they were LAX with Conan and all that stuff. But it's Santana on his own. Let's see where this goes. It was a good match. Both guys have history with the Rascals. So Rascals, of course, they've got that hatred towards McLean, but Santana just happened to be there. It's one of those things like that. So maybe we see Santana and Macklin maybe team up against the Rascals. I don't know. But it shows that Macklin nonetheless still has an issue with the Rascals. We get the Rascals on TV. It was a good match. It helped progress a storyline with either one guy or both guys. So all in all, it wasn't a bad couple matches in progression with storylines for TNA.
I see what you're saying about Macklin and Santana tagging against the Rascals. What I hope is they don't stick Santana back in a tag. I want to see him shine as a singles guy because he's been tagging most of his career. So hopefully this is just a little stint with Macklin in a tag, but we'll find out. Cesar, we got Sammy versus the Octopus and McLean versus Santana. What did you think?
Yeah, old Sami Callihan is back to wrestling regular time, and my viewing eyes give it 2 thumbs up. Yeah, it's definitely a thumbs up. It's definitely a thumbs up for TNA, and definitely a thumbs up for Callihan, and it's definitely a thumbs down for whoever's in that fucking ring opposite of that man, because he's fucking crazy, but knows what the fuck he's doing. Yeah, old Jonathan Gresham gonna put on this, gonna put on his little S&M mask that he likes to wear. He's got to. Y'all know who he humping that night, so he got to put on a mask, to make himself feel more powerful, to get that real darkness up in him. You know what I'm talking about? Darkness, twin brother darkness. And yeah. The Santino with the refs wearing a mask and gloves and shit, and now they're all afraid they're gonna be puking up black skeet out of their soul. But apparently it only lasts for like
a week,
a couple hours, something like a day. Yeah, like your boy was all like, hey man, you good? He goes, you saw you spit up that black shit, and then he was like, oh yeah, had some sushi, use that shit like soy sauce. I was fine. He was like, Thompson, and then he left. That's my man's too. That's my man's. I can do that. Okay, y'all can do that. That's racist. Y'all watching, y'all can't do that. That's racist. That's my man. He gave me the permission. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Then the refs skeet and all. They spewing out black skeet. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no Malachi bullshit. Okay. This ain't no black magic cracker shit. Okay. This ain't no Tony Khan fakery bullshit. This nigga really thinks he's something else underneath that mask. Okay, this is some white people shit. So we had the coalition, we had a meeting. Because I was like, all right, look. We know
so after the Diddy situation, we had to bring.
Yeah, this is way after the Diddy situation. This was like a couple weeks ago. So I was like, y'all see what he did, Kushida? Y'all see this? And they was like, all right, man, look, we know Kushida, your boy. And I was like, yeah, my boy, talk about him. And he a minority, so we gotta talk about him. You know what I'm saying? The whites ain't gonna save him. You know what I'm saying? So he's out there, the coalition. Moose wasn't there because Moose was at the taping. So I still ain't talked to Moose. I DM'd him a couple times. Hoe ass nigga ain't got back to me, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. I was like, move. And then like, he ain't show up. So we was talking and we was like, look, this nigga can't just keep wearing this mask. He gonna fuck around and get shot. You know what I'm saying? You can't just walk into places with a mask. Like, what this nigga look like going to the bank to get a loan for his new car, and he got this octopus mask on, getting people sick. I was like, they gonna shoot his ass. I was like, he gonna walk up in a Wells Fargo and get his ass shot. Like, this ain't cool. I was like, this nigga gotta take the mask off sometime. And they was like, yo, man, look, he's trying a new gimmick. He don't want to take the mask off. He's like, I was like, this ain't the movies. He ain't no method actor. But they want to tell this nigga he can like sling black skeet everywhere and keep a mask on. So,
Well, let's just be honest. Let's be honest. During COVID, and I'm a white guy, so I can only imagine a black gentleman showing up anywhere with a mask on, just even a regular mask on.
Yeah.
I can only imagine the beads of sweat that were dropping through that black man as he was walking through there, because the judgment. But now we in 2024, so a black man's showing up in like a Jeepers Creepers looking mask. I can only imagine that man is like, fuck, I ain't gonna get 2 feet inside the door before they're like, whatever loan or whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we ain't giving it to you, which is totally wrong, by the way.
He ain't getting a loan anyway. His credit's bad. So he ain't getting a loan anyway. But he think because he got a white woman.
That's why he's with a white woman.
I know, correct? That's what I'm saying. He think because he got a white woman at home, he gonna get a loan. He forgot this. Saying depending on what state you in, this is Trump's America. They hate white women too, because white women be on black.com. That's all I'm saying. They just be hating bitches with black husbands. They're like, no, that bitch jumped to the dark side. Fuck her.
Which is why Jordan Grace has to show up on WWE television
to get that good money.
She knows the predicament. She knows the situation that she's in.
Yeah, she ain't trying to get her husband shot. They just trying to get a new car. You know what I'm saying? They're being successful in their lives now. You know what I'm saying? And then they don't allow us to have businesses in the South. So which is crazy. Still crazy. 2024 ABC out here, but MAGA and shit, racist fucks.
Speaking of Jeepers Creepers, it's been 23 years since the first.
Here we go with this shit.
So somebody's out to eat.
I hope that nigga eats your crooked eye. I hope that nigga eats your crooked eye twice. Okay.
I don't get the crooked eye. Caesar, we got McLean versus Santana. What'd you think?
Yeah, all right. So Santana, man. Santana's doing great, man. He in a new company, fresh start, having good, man. I hope the Jeepers Creepers nigga come for that shit. He had a fresh start, you know what I'm saying? He out here doing work, Lord. He got different tacos he eating on, man. You know what I'm saying? He back down in the streets, getting them street tacos. He out here TNA, kicking ass, taking that. We all know this nigga Macklin goated. Okay, we all know Macklin goated. But there's only, there's a problem. See, there's the problem in TNA, which is not a problem. It's a good thing to have. When you have so many guys that can fight for that heavyweight title, they can do other things around the company to keep them interested so they're not in that rotation. They can always talk about it. And then you can put them up there when you want, to keep that spice, keep that shit alive. You know what I'm saying? This is what NXT is lacking a little bit right now because, a lot of people got pulled up. But if they build them the right way like they've been doing, we ain't going to have this problem. If Triple H keep this door open, you think I'm going to be mad? Nigga like Macklin come over to NXT? No. You think I'm going to be mad? You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, you think I really ain't going to be mad if we see the Motor City. I'm going to take that back. Because I don't want to jinx nothing. I don't get my hopes up too high. That Motor City show up on NXT at a PLE and fight somebody like the Good Brothers or Fast and the Freight. I'm going to shut my mouth. I'm going to keep going. I digress. But this match was really good. This match is cooking. These guys had a great match after the last pay-per-view. We're keeping the feud alive. Macklin just fighting everybody. You know what I'm saying? Was the enemies toward front. That nigga hate everybody. He fighting the Rascals. He trying to do some work with the King of TNA, but the King of TNA is an asshole. So he might have to fight that nigga too. And he fighting Santana because Santana got a dub on him. Motherfucker has really got the strap on fighting the world. I ain't even mad at that man too, because that man is mad all the time. I guess he need to fight somebody. But yeah, great ass match. Yeah, a little botchery, but professionals. That's gonna happen sometimes. They gonna get over that. They still cook together a good match. And had a really entertaining shit for the crowd out there. So I ain't mad at it. But yeah, Santana looks better. He seems happier. He feels better, like he's back at home.
There were 2 matches left. It was Ali versus Leon Slater. We got some respect back on that 450 because Ali picks up the dub and
Oh yeah,
knocks out still your X division champion.
yes sir.
So the main event saw Eddie Edwards with the System versus Joe Hendry.
Injury.
Said his name, and he is here.
Oh yeah.
This was a great match between Eddie and Joe. Eddie can put on a show. He can hold his own. Joe Hendry with the shocking standing ovation victory. He almost dropped him.
Yeah.
But the way he pulled that off, he struggled, he got his fat ass up, and he slammed him, got the victory. And Moose wasn't at the Coalition because he was too busy beating Matt Hardy's ass. That's how we close out the show, Cesar. We had Ali versus Leon, Eddie versus Joe. What you think?
I thought it was real good. Also, I do have to tell you, fat ass AJ Francis wasn't at the Coalition either because he was chasing around that Mexican. But dirty ass Rich Swann was there, and I don't know why he was invited either. I got to talk to the guest list. I don't know why he was invited. But anyway, they were on TV, so whatever. But yeah, Mustafa Ali with his Punjab nigga that saved him. Them niggas was out there representing for the Sand niggas. You know what I'm talking about.
Are they invited? Are they invited to the Coalition or no?
Sand niggas are not invited to the Coalition.
Oh,
okay, just because we call them niggas does not mean they can show up to the Coalition. You do have to have a certain percentage of nigga blood in you to get invited to the Coalition. And just because they are Sand niggas don't mean they can come.
Okay.
Not my rules. These are the rules.
I had to clear the air.
Not my rule. Not my rule. I would love to have more other minorities at the Coalition. I mean, anything against, white folk. Not y'all cool, but other white folk. But hey, not my rules. I just show up to the meetings because I get an invite. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my season ticket hold pass there too. I'm on the short list for that. So here's hoping I can give y'all more information on Coalition because there is other meetings that I'm not even privy to, but I'm 100% from the field, as you can see. So they should let my paperwork through. But it's paperwork.
Hey, is there any way I could write in like a recommendation to get you like you in? Like, is there any way I can help you do that?
Nigga, you gonna get me kicked out? They don't like white folk at the Coalition. They don't know we cool, man. Like, look, I'm trying to. Don't worry about that. I got to write in to get you a pass to the barbecue, so they know that you ain't one of them funky white folks, but you cool. Sangria got the crooked eye, so he's out. He channels Master Michaels, so he's out. I can't do nothing for that.
Yeah.
They sent me a cease and desist on Sangria, so I can't do that. I can't fight the lawyers, man.
Come on, Cesar. Come on.
I'm not one of the niggas with the law degree. You got to call that nigga in WWE.
Hey, the one shot that Cesar had in Johnny Cochran, he ain't around no more. So until we get somebody like Johnny Cochran, until we get Johnny Cochran 2.0, sorry, Sangria. I got to try my best to get in with them. So I'm sorry, man.
They say you channel too much hateful energy. That crooked eye in your house channels all that hateful energy, and they think you a conduit. And they think he gonna pop up if I invite you to the cookout or the Coalition, and then he gonna see the inner workings, and then he gonna tell somebody, and then
give me John Mayer. Give me John Mayer. I want to talk. Yeah, you got John?
Yeah,
I talk to him.
You got to talk to him. Yeah, you got to talk to somebody. I can't do it for you. But I digress. What we talking about? Yeah. Mustafa hit that 450, and he was beating up some jobless nigga. That we don't. Another who? Some local talent. So he's beating up some unknown cynic on the road in the hometown. trying to
Wow, the disrespect of Leon Slater.
Kicked the door open and he opened fire on everybody.
disrespect. I said some unknown cynic. That means I think cynic's better than this guy.
Jesus. Oh.
Yeah, all right. Leon Slater that's probably a little
Got
disrespect.
mass casualties on the tripod here.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Fuck that nigga too. He ain't done shit for me. So then we had the main event.
But let's be honest. The last match we've seen of Cynic on this channel was against a certain man of color.
Yeah.
So I totally agree with Cesar on this. This man should take all the fire and all the freaking shells.
And then we had Joe Hendry. It's sometimes it's hard when I pop myself, bro. I mean, I can't tell where my brain is going. Usually I can keep going through it, but that shit that was too funny. Joe Hendry versus that cracker in the system. Yeah, it was a great match. Joe Hendry always improving. He needs if they're gonna, I don't know if they're gonna build him up through all the titles, but if next he wants to fight for that X Division title versus Mustafa, that match would cook. I'd definitely pay to see that. I don't know, and he is a tripod favorite. I don't know if he's main event Moose ready yet. But promo wise and character wise, yeah, definitely. Because I don't know what song he's gonna make about Moose, but that shit will probably be funny as fuck. But yeah, Joe Hendry's really, really great, deserving of the main event. This was a good ass match. Wasn't as good as the ABC match, but come on, what's gonna be better than that?
Well, he's kind of already did a song against Moose, didn't he? Didn't he do the one with the dancing Moose?
Oh, he did
song?
do Dancing Moose. Yeah, you right. So he's got to think of a new song. If they go fight for the title. But definitely, yeah, good old match. Definitely main event, good shit. Wait, didn't Jordan Grace beat a bitch this week?
I don't know. Sticks. What do you think of Mustafa Ali versus the Cynic motherfucker? And then we got fucking the main event. We got Joe Hendry versus Eddie Edwards.
Yes. Mustafa Ali versus Leon Slater. Good match. Leon, I believe, is the guy that they when they were overseas, they signed him to a contract. Big name on the overseas independents. Having him in TNA is going to help him out, but not only help TNA out. Ali, like you talked about, bring in more respect to the 450 for the finisher. Great to see that they didn't shit on it this week. Have him nail him with it. It was a good match. TV time for Leon. Get him in there with a well-established veteran. So this is a win-win. Got Mustafa a dub while also getting Leon some in-ring time with a professional. Main event. We had Joe and Eddie. We had Joe came out talking about Eddie's faux hawk, how a white guy can have a faux hawk in 2024. That was great. Because Eddie talked about how he was a joke. We all know Joe Hendry ain't a joke. This man is writing songs, making songs putting them up on he's getting platinum statuses for songs, and this man is improving in the ring. To have him go against a man who is a current half of a tag team champion and a former TNA champion, and to hold his own was great to see. Because Joe Hendry has main event potential, but you have to see how he can handle one being a main event of your TV show before you can have him become like a main event of a PLE pay-per-view. And he held up for it. I thought this was a good match. You're worried about the shenanigans outside. Well, the Nemeth brothers came out, kind of they equalized what happened, what you would possibly have outside the ring. Although we didn't really have much, was kind of surprising because you would think maybe you'd have a few shenanigans here and some fuck shit here and there outside. It was actually a pretty clean match. There wasn't very much shenanigans, which is kind of odd, but it was also kind of good too to be able to have that. Joe being able to catch Eddie with the Boston Knee Party attempt, be able to catch him with the standing ovation. It's a great way to go. This is what having that as a finisher for Joe allows him to be able to counter a lot of other uh, wrestlers and other opponents as finishers. Be able to do that was good. So, all in all, wasn't a bad 2 matches to have. I mean, the main event, I guess you could say it was main event worthy, but I would have rather seen Ace and Bay because I think you could have had more storyline and more issues with that going forward. But I agree because with the system and Joe Hendry being a guy who's on the cusp of being a main event superstar, I can see why that was your main event match. I wasn't mad at it. It was a good match. Was it main event worthy? Sure. Yeah, I thought Ace and Bay had a better match, but I mean, I thought it was good. Storyline wise, it was worth the main event.
And hey, the last segment of the night had the TNA champion in it because he's the champion of your brand. What a shocker, Tony Skeets, having your champion of your fucking show in the last segment. Speaking of which, it's Wednesday night, and fuck this shit. I'm only going to talk about one thing.
You didn't like the show?
It's grown on me.
You didn't like the show?
It was TV time with Chris Jericho and the Redwood. He's got this fucking kindergarten looking set. This dude, he is leaning into this shit, and I cannot help but love it. He's got a new shirt. And by the way, gentlemen, I'm a fat ass diabetic. That's well known. Now I'm a diabranchic. That's right. I'm one of the branches of Chris Jericho's learning tree. I love it. Brian Keith comes out.
Are you a branch? Are you a branch or are you just a badass diabetic apple?
Brian Keith comes out for diversity. The crowd chants, shut the fuck up. Brian Keith is the bad apple from the learning tree. God, this is so corny.
Wait, this happened Wednesday?
Yeah, Hook comes out, Samoa Joe comes out. Joe whispers something in Hook's ear, and then they leave. You see what I did there? You see, I'm a bad apple too on the branch. You see what I did? Now that's all I got to say about
this shit I'm talking about, Sticks. This is shit I'm talking about.
And another thing.
Hey, Cesar, we need to take our Riggs and Murtaugh and we need to do that to fucking become a podcast with that shit. We need to cut Sangria out. We need to cut this shit out. We just need to think about doing this.
Please do and ease up my fucking schedule. That would be nice. But that being said, do you guys have any highlights you want to talk about from this all elite garbage?
I can't remember that happening on Wednesday. I must have been when I was drunk in Philly. I do have highlights though.
No.
I do have highlights.
All right, go for it.
Our glorious kings, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, came out to the ring. You know, the two white people who retired Sting's racist ass. We will forever be indebted to you with their new shoes. I ain't buying them shits. With their new shoes, and then they came out with the golden goose of New Japan, Mr. Okada.
Okaka.
Oh, he's Asian. So get that right.
Okraka.
He's not a cracker. He's a fob, at least. You know what I'm saying? Because he can't speak the English. You don't know what fob means? Fresh off the boat? You never heard that?
I knew what Cesar was going. I knew where he was going. My white ass heard that before. So Sangri, you got to catch up, buddy.
They even had a show called Fresh.
Straight out of the Hangover episode for people who are shocked that you don't know something, by the way. It's weird how it all ties in together.
Oh, y'all said fob on the Hangover episode?
Keep going, Cesar.
What, man? I ain't watched it yet. I was out of town.
I hate on that.
What was I talking about?
Kind of sounds like you are.
All right, and then the greatest of all, the scapegoat, the man whose career has been strapped to rockets since he got rid of CM Trash, out of this trash company and turned it back elite. Jack Parr came out here, you know, had still no merch. The disrespect.
Yeah.
Just wearing a black tee with the scapegoat band, you know, the scapegoat death thing around. I kind of told those bitches to shut up. Shut up, bitches. Perfect English. Perfect English. You know what I'm saying? These four gentlemen who whooped up on those CM trash glazers, meat glazers. I mean, guys who love to have the balls and the shaft of CM Punk down their throat. The FTR whooped up on them crackers. You know, the violent crack. How can you have a guy just wheeling a gun at people in your company, just freely walking around like a free man? Only in ATW, only in AP. And Uncle Dax, the drunkard, always drinking tequila while he's at home watching his children alone. You need to call the what do you call them? What's them crackers called?
Yes.
Human services, social services, whatever, nigga. Call them on his ass. Then you got the craziest white man of all, Darby Allin. He ain't there. He fucked up. Then apparently the best wrestler ever, Daniel Bryan. He the best. Yeah, I thought the best was Kenny Omega, but okay, nigga, okay, you know, you got it. Daniel Bryan, he wrestled everywhere, you know, whooped up on them crackers. They just having a little celebratory walk and talk, you know what I'm saying? And then they about to give the gold because some dumb old cracker jumped 15 feet in the air and decided he was fucking Superman and could just land on his goddamn feet fighting a cracker with black magic shit like he ain't 50 and his bones ain't brittle or something. He just gonna jump and land on his feet, tore his leg and broke his leg. And then you know, he at home. So they had to strip him of his title. Good. Get that title off his bitch ass. You know, how come Edge always takes the win even though he's all fucked up in the ring? He did that against Finn Balor too. Still took the win even though he was fucked up and got hurt. Like this nigga can't just give a win to somebody.
Well, fuck, that's when we got 14 stitch Finn Balor, the t-shirt that came out for that. That motherfucker showed up on a Monday, and I think he at least cut a promo on his ass.
Yeah. But you know, whatever. They was gonna give it to this deserving scapegoat for all the work he did to get that trash out of their company. All the hard work. This man was assaulted for real at his job. He was just doing his job. You know what I'm saying? Giving the people a character, if you will. Like it's like an actor. That's like if we're acting on set and the nigga get mad at me because I'm delivering my own lines well. Don't be mad at me because I'm an Oscar winner and you ain't, nigga. Acting skills up. But I digress. Christopher Daniels brings his hating ass out there. Why don't you forbidden door that nigga so he can fight AJ Styles one more time before AJ sits down? I paid to see that match in TNA Slammiversary. I paid to see that. Just, you know, for remembrance. Well, anyway, he gonna make it another goddamn tournament. Another goddamn. See, this is where TV show went off the rails. It was good, and then Christopher Daniels brought his ass out, and then what you gonna do? Then what you gonna do? You gonna have Danny Magic in the next segment, and with Daddy Magic and Daniel Garcia. And what's Garcia talking about? I'm gonna fight Will Ospreay for his title. No, nigga, get in the tournament and win that TNT championship because that's what you deserve.
They called
tournament win.
Christopher Daniels fucking Adam Pierce from Wish.com.
That shit. Somebody on Twitter.
Yeah.
They ain't lying. But anyway, Daniel Garcia should be in this tournament. It's stupid that he's not. It's stupid that he's not. For all he's done and gotten over time after time after time after time, and you still don't respect this man, really?
Didn't he tap out Daniel Bryan?
Yeah, that was like one of his first 3 matches.
The Dragon
Yeah,
Tamer.
he had a finisher. He called the finisher. He had a finisher that was like
Called the Dragon Tamer. Yeah. The Dragon Tamer. And then yeah, man beats Daniel Bryan. You don't want to give him the TNT championship.
Now give
or
it
at least
to
put him
Edge.
in the tournament.
Give it back to Edge.
Yeah, or at least put him in the tournament and obviously fight Jack Perry in the finals. I mean, that would do more because he would get a bunch of wins, get some promos, get some TV time. No, he's gonna call out Will Ospreay. And then what do you do with Will Ospreay? You got this nigga fighting Swerve at Forbidden Door. So what Dan Garcia gonna do? Well, he nigga already got a partner for Forbidden Door. You fighting for that title. I'm trying to take his title. See, this is the stupidest shit. This is what we mean by some of the stupidest shit that Tony Khan can do. The highlight with the elite, great. You know, they get rid of all the trash in there. They celebrate wins by beating up the meat glazers and all the other fruit booties that love the trash that was there. I'm fine with that. Then y'all do stupid shit like this after and piss people off. And they want no Tony Storm on Dynamite. You gonna make me watch Rampage to get my Tony Storm fix. Y'all some hoes for that.
Well,
Definitely some hoes.
do you have any ATW highlights for the week? Maybe something we missed, perhaps on Rampage.
Yes. Like Cesar said, we had Timeless on Friday. Main event, Isaiah Cassidy, Ray Phoenix. Good match to go watch.
Cool.
Main event.
That match cool.
And then Saturday, Will Ospreay versus Kyle O'Reilly. Great match. Kyle O'Reilly came out like he was literally wrestling for his job. Like he came out, he had counters for just about everything Will Ospreay had. This was the most match I've seen of Will Ospreay in America and maybe the last couple of years in New Japan. That this man basically grounded Will Ospreay. He started working on his left hand, his left arm. It was a great, like he went for the Oz cutter, and O'Reilly followed him and kicked his feet off the ropes. That way he slipped off. Great match for Saturday. This is a match that not only reminded me, but it reminded a lot of people of how good of a wrestler Kyle O'Reilly is. Like we saw that when towards the end of his NXT run when he was having just singles matches, like the matches he had with Adam Cole, baby. Those matches, like a match like this, shows you that Kyle O'Reilly could be a mid-card champion, and that if you had him go against a guy like Will Ospreay or anybody else, he could hold his own. Great match. It was the main event of Collision. It was main event worthy.
Was it for the title?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was for the title. Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to see it, but I knew it was for the title. Also, did you watch the Claudio versus Johnny TV match? Was that good?
It was all right. I mean, it was an all right match. I mean, they had Taya being out there. There was a lot of Taya interference that you really kind of didn't need, but it was like you figured that you would have with that. But I mean, it was an all right match. But I mean, Will and O'Reilly main event worthy because Kyle said he was fighting this match as if it was worth more to him than Will. Like he was going to lighten Will Ospreay's luggage by taking that title off him, but he was going to fight as if he wasn't going to leave Saturday night without the title. And he did. He fought like it was a life or death match, even though he lost. I mean, it was a really great match. And like I said, it shows you how good of a wrestler Kyle O'Reilly is.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. We had the wrestling of the week. Of course, NXT was the highlight. And next week, we'll be talking about Battleground. So we'll talk about brand new NXT champion Ethan Page on the next tripod. No. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. As always, check out The Hangover. Check out Decent Mania.
Well, can I also say this? I think TNA has a pay-per-view coming up, don't they? Don't they have one coming up next?
The 14th.
Oh, okay. My bad.
And as always,
yeah, it's like soon.
We do best here on the tripod, and we give that big ups to Stallion Pete.